Node projects with daily returns over 2% are usually fairly short-lived before they need to decrease those rewards to increase the sustainability of the project. But who cares about sustainability when you can get upwards of 10% daily? Nebula Nodes is getting people through the door with a 14% daily return for the first 7 days of the protocol. And then after those 7 days, what's going to happen? Nobody knows. We'll find out when we get there. But in the AMA, the devs sort of let us know that we should expect something right around half that 14% mark, and probably 6% is not entirely unlikely, which is still super high and unsustainable. It is set to launch on March 4th, which is today. By the time you watch this video, it will probably be already on the market. It is a stealth launch and there is no whitelist, which means you don't need to do any dancing around, no whitelist, no spamming Discord, you just have to be there, purchase the tokens, and exchange those for a node. As of launch, these tokens will go for $1 a piece, but who knows what's going to happen once the sale starts. As an anti-whale measure, they added a 50 token limit per wallet for the first hour of the project, but after that there is no limit except for a 100 node cap per wallet, and that's just forever. Now, just a few words of caution before we dive under the hood of this project. First of all, as always, that's not financial advice. I don't think I need to say it anymore, right? This being said, there are only 2 devs in this project, which means that we should not expect things to be moving as fast as Thor, for example, or any other big names, because it is a small team. They're doing what they can, but I mean, we just have to manage expectations there. Also, no one on the project is either doxed or KYC'd. And even a KYC does not seem entirely possible at this point because, and I quote the white paper, the devs said that they will do one if the community absolutely wants them to do one. And I mean, I'm not sure what message that's sending, but hey, it's there. However, Nebula, one of the devs, confirmed that this is the first project he is running on his own. He says that he's been working on this project for over 3 weeks, but that he had been working the contract for a lot longer than that. Now, that is a bit worrying to me because 3 weeks is a very short time to elaborate a project, and I felt it kind of showed in the AMA. Things felt kind of rushed, and with this short of a notice, it's pretty easy to make mistakes or leave things out. All of this is to say that this project is quite small and it's probably not going to move as fast as other projects that we've seen. Also, this is a Vapor Nodes fork, meaning that the dev started from the Vapor Nodes smart contract, made changes to it, and this is where we are. In other words, this project will not have the originality of it driving the hype, so just be aware of that. As a matter of fact, the vision of the team is nothing revolutionary, and they say so in the white paper. All they did is take the best ideas, according to them, from different projects and sort of stapled those together, and that's what they're releasing. This means that there is most certainly nothing to write home about, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. To counter those risks, the team has set up a few safety measures, the first one being a multi-signature wallet. This means that before anything can happen with the treasury, there needs to be signature from both the team and the community to allow this money to be released. It is a small layer of comfort because it means that the money could not, during a night, be used to buy Porsches in Congo, for example, but just know that there's already been rugs despite having multi-signature wallets. It's just a small added layer. The liquidity will also be locked for a year, but just know that this is not effective as of launch, so that's something you should see in the upcoming days. Finally, there is no sales tax, meaning that there is nothing preventing whales from pumping and dumping this token, which can easily kill the projects when they are this small. However, the team is planning on doing buybacks from the treasury, but then again, that's just something they said and they need to do it manually, so we have no certainty as to how or when this is going to happen. Another interesting thing to know is what they're going to do with the proceeds. For the first 3 days, they're going to reinvest 50% into the liquidity pool and then 20% in the treasury, which leave 30% for the rewards pool. After the first 3 days, they are reducing the liquidity pool to only 10%, and the rewards will be increased to 40%. Now, to find out about this split, you need to listen to the AMA as it's not in the white paper yet. Now, that's all fun and games, but how are they going to sustain this project over time? They are planning on investing in validator nodes on the AVAX system. This could turn out to be a great investment as other projects have already used this strategy. They're also talking about releasing NFTs, which would increase your rewards on different rates based on the rarity of the one you get. And they also mentioned stuff like mini games, but they really said that it would be something very simple, so I'm expecting down the line something like the Titano lottery or something similar. All in all, I'm glad that they're going for actual investments, but I'm still worried that this project might get lost in the sea of projects which are all pretty similar. Especially with 2 devs and a limited game plan, I'm not too sure how they're going to keep their momentum past the first week or so. Also, this project seems kind of rushed. Listening to the MA, I was very worried because everything seemed to be pretty wobbly, and usually some of these things are things that you sort out before launch, and now they're going to do so live with actual money on the line, so I'm not too sure that this is the best approach for the sustainability of the project. And finally, we have talked about 14% reward and then 6% reward, but we don't know what they're planning to do on the long term. Not that this is something that you should worry about if you're able to get your money out within 7 days with the first 14% daily reward, but it's always good to know if we're going to keep traction past the initial hype. So all in all, at $1 per token at launch, this is practically a risk-free investment because I mean $50, who really cares? But if the price starts climbing quickly after launch, this could get a lot riskier to get in. So tell me, what's your plan on this? Are you taking your chances? Are you waiting for it to have a big dip? Or are you just not interested in such small projects with limited view? As always, if you've made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much and it really helps me out. And also let me know what other project it is that you're looking into right now. I love diving into those weird, shady, new projects coming out every week. So until then, thank you for watching this and I'll see you in the next one.